Being a homeowner is expensive and comes with a long list of hidden costs, from property taxes and insurance to upkeep and repairs. Research shows the price tag of home ownership is continuing to rise. According to the U.S. Census Bureau, the median monthly cost for homeowners with a mortgage increased from $1,960 in 2023 to $2,035 in 2024. Massachusetts homeowners had one of the highest median monthly costs at more than $2,700. Now, one organization trying to help is Boston Building Resources, and Executive Director Andrew Thompson joins us here in studio this morning. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Let's talk about first what Building Resources is for consumers. I understand it's a co-op and nonprofit reuse center located in Roxbury Crossing.
That's right. Yeah, on Terrace Street in Roxbury Crossing. The co-op was founded in '78. The reuse center opened its doors in 1993. You can think of it sort of like a thrift store lumberyard. We take in donated materials. Some is secondhand, some is surplus retail stuff. We sell it as cheaply as we can manage. Being a nonprofit, our goal is to keep things out of the waste stream and to make them available to folks that need it for as low a price as possible.
And I understand it also has a pretty important mission for local homeowners, helping them also maybe with some DIY projects.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, a major expense of owning a home is maintaining your home. And hiring someone to do that work can be expensive, it can be time consuming. So we think it's really important not only to make materials available to folks, but to help them learn the skills they need to maintain and beautify their homes themselves.
Yeah, and instead of it being maybe a chore, it could be something fun for them to do. Anyone can shop at your reuse center. What kinds of things can people find there?
Well, just about anything you would imagine finding at a lumberyard, right? So we have windows, we have doors, we've got kitchen cabinets, we've got tools, we've got fasteners, we've got hardware, tile, lighting fixtures. We really want to imagine sort of what would be exciting to someone coming in the door, what would seem a great value, what's something that somebody could use to beautify their living space. And we also like to appeal to folks' creativity. So we'll have all sorts of antique tools, interesting sculptures we make, sort of a wide variety of stuff. We like to keep it lively and exciting.
I love that. Exciting also can be sometimes overwhelming when you think about home projects, right? What can people expect when they go into the store and they're greeted by all of these items that could potentially, be in their homes?
Sure. Friendly staff, I'd say, is the first thing, right? There's always someone there that can speak Spanish. Most of the sales happening in the store are happening in a language that isn't English. We're really proud of being able to serve a diverse community of all kinds of people that come to the building. You can get great advice. No one's going to try and hustle you into a sale. If this is the right window for you, it's the right window for you. If it's not, you can come back and find another one another time. We like to think that it's thrift, but it needs to be a dignified and exciting shopping experience. So you should walk into that place and feel welcome and feel encouraged. And you will have help finding the thing you need. Yeah,
giving people of all backgrounds some peace of mind.
Absolutely.
Not only with the items and with the help, but you also have workshops.
We do, yeah. So, we like to prioritize the dual mission of affordability and accessibility. It's all well and good to be able to buy something affordably, but if you don't know what to do with it, that's not super helpful. So if you want to learn how to tile your bathroom, you can come to the reuse center and buy cheap tiles. And then you can go across the street to our classroom space and you can take a tiling workshop where you learn how to do the work yourself. We have classes about making mosaics with tiles, classes about building speakers with recycled materials, sort of really creative ways to engage in secondhand materials.
Yeah, what would you say are the most popular workshops that people have been really interested in?
I think tiling is always really popular. It's a pretty easy way to radically change your space. It's not, structurally significant. It's something that most people can get their hands on. Window installation, trim and scribe. Anything that helps people get a sense for either how to do something themselves or how to understand what's happening if they intend to hire someone else. Those are always pretty popular.
That is wonderful. Now, we do live in a throwaway society fueled by consumerism. For these single-use items, how can we extend the life of these? And do you offer fun workshops for that as well?
Absolutely. So yesterday we had a sock darning workshop. So I don't know about you, but I like a good pair of wool socks.
Absolutely.
You get maybe 5 or 6 years out of them, and then they might get a little hole in them somewhere. It was a $25 pair of socks. I don't want to throw that away. You can fix it yourself. It's not very hard. People have been doing this before. In the past, it was pretty common. It's sort of lost knowledge now. So we have clothing mending, how to patch a hole in your wall, painting your house, little things like this that help people get a better sense for how to keep something going a little bit longer than it might normally.
Yeah, right now people are thinking, how do I save? Clothing mending is a great way to do that.
Clothing mending is great. Fixing up your house is great, and it's empowering. When you can look around your living space and you have a sense of how it all works and how it goes together, and if the window squeaks, you might know why, and you might be able to fix it. That's a wonderful thing to be able to do.
And what is your advice for people who may feel a little intimidated when it comes to these home projects?
Anybody can do it. You take some time, do your research. There's a ton of resources available online. Every builder or contractor I know, that was my line of work before I found Boston Building Resources, they've spent a lifetime learning this stuff, and they're delighted to tell you what they know. So I'm sure you know someone in your life that has these skills, and if you ask questions, you'll probably get good answers. You combine a few different sources of information, get your hands on some stuff, take it apart, put it back together. I think you'll pick it up pretty quick.
Knowledge is power. What kind of donations does Boston Building Resources look for, and how can people donate?
That's a great question. BostonBuildingResources.com is our website. People can donate anything from sort of leftovers from building projects, lumber, cabinetry, appliances, windows and doors, etc. We send a truck out to pick up donations almost every day. It's a pretty straightforward process. We like to think that building material reuse will be a much more common thing in the future, and the way to get people interested in it is to make it really easy. So we are professional, we're timely, we show up when we say we're going to show up, and we help out with your project.
Making sure things go smoothly. Now, if someone is watching you right now and they say, let me try and do a DIY home project, how can people sign up for the classes and the workshops that you offer?
So everything's available on our website. We keep a new schedule of workshops going all the time, so we try and plan them a couple months ahead of time to give folks an opportunity to make time in their busy schedule. That's a great way to find us. We have social media. We're quite active on Instagram and the rest of the channels. You can call us. Chances are you'll get to me and we'll have a nice conversation. We're readily available.
All right. Thank you so much, Andrew Thompson, for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Another local sustainability resource, the Waltham Repair Cafe. The group organizes free repair events. Just bring your well-loved repairable items and volunteers will try to fix them. The goal? Prevent repairable items from going into the landfill. You can find details on our website. Still ahead from buying a home to creating a budget, they have you covered how a local organization is helping families break the cycle of poverty.